Welcome. We are back. I'm so happy to be back. This is new Wabu Order Podcast. It's been like about 4 or 5 months. Yeah, everything's good. Everything good. Yeah, it's been about a good 4 or 5 months, and now I'm happy to be back, man. There's a lot of different podcasters that's coming around. And I salute all of them. It's some dope ones like locally in my area that I think is going to really do their thing. And what I like about it, we all different. Like we all speak on different things. Like today, a little topic we're going to speak on. Should we support black business just because they're black? And on Facebook, I've been just going down my timeline, and I have my man Tony here with me, and but down my timeline I just keep hearing people saying I'm not going to support because they black, and then I'm hearing some people say I'm going to support because they black, regardless of the service or whatever they're giving. I'm going to support because they black, and it really is like dividing the community. A lot of the people, I think the majority of the people are saying they won't support a black business because they black. Or I've heard even some people say they won't support a black business, and this is black people, of course, saying they won't support a black business because they saying they a black business. What you think about that, Tony?
So here's my thing. I think when it comes to black businesses, there's an expectation that we should be like providing a better service than what the white man does.
Yes.
Right? And because, the expectation is there, when the least little thing goes wrong, or it's not, to somebody's satisfaction,
yes,
a black business is the worst.
Yes.
When I'm sure you've been to McDonald's, you've had maybe a Walmart order that they didn't have the product, or some other thing like that happens. We don't complain that much about that. We might complain for a second.
Yeah.
When it comes to a black-owned
we're not
business,
tearing it down.
we ain't tearing it down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's my thing. Instead of pulling, I'm not gonna say we knew the business, but we got so many obstacles in front of us when we open up a business.
Right.
And like you said, customer service should be A1. But we go to Chinese restaurants, they don't even say thank you.
Facts.
Like the Chinese, how many times Verizon messed up your bill and this, but with our business, you better have the best service, the best everything, or they're gonna go online and basically destroy your business. Tell everybody not to come.
Oh yeah.
But we don't have that same energy with other people. Even like with our restaurants, they'll say, oh, this black-owned restaurant, they got roaches in it. They got roaches in there. But number one, let me tell y'all this. All restaurants have roaches. I don't care the best, the cleanest, the most expensive restaurant have roaches and rats in there. And that's just a fact. Every single one of them. But we don't have that same energy with Mexican restaurants.
That's true. We don't. I mean, it takes a lot for us to complain about a big business like, a Mexican restaurant. Never heard anything about the Arab stores.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff. I mean, it's pretty much we go to these places, we spend our money, and the order might be wrong, but you know what? We're going back next week anyway.
That's a fact.
But as soon as it comes to the black man that got the food truck,
yeah,
what I'm saying? The food truck gone next week.
Crazy.
Right.
But like, on another note though, when we do have like a black-owned business, and it's kind of corny the fact that we have to say that, black-owned business.
Black-owned.
Like,
yeah.
But when we do have that, we don't never, like, instead of, we gotta, as being the business owners, we have to enhance the business also though. Like, right, so saying we have to put in money to the business, because it shouldn't look the same from like 1980. If you made it to 2000, the
right.
business shouldn't look the same. No, we got to enhance it, get better computers, get better whatever you need, right. Whatever that business offers.
Right.
We have to dump money and time and resources and everything into that business.
Yeah, but here's the problem. And I think this is where, we're talking about the support of black businesses. Because they don't really get the support, it's kind of hard to make those upgrades and stuff when you're barely keeping the lights on. You know what I mean? So.
And when sometimes though, when you say like a black business, other groups will hear that and won't support it because it's black.
Yeah.
We the only people that we gotta say, man, I need a white person as the face.
Right.
You don't see no Asians saying that. You don't see no Latinos. Nobody say that. We the only people that, I need a white person as the front so people could come in, and that's sad. Even our own people, we don't trust it.
Right.
If we look in there and we see a black person, we don't trust it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll go eat soul food at a spot that Mexicans own. You go out west, that's what you see, like soul food restaurants. And Mexicans and Asians is cooking the soul food. We don't even do, like me, if I go to a Chinese restaurant and I look in the back, I see some Mexicans cooking the Chinese food, I don't want it.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And vice versa, if I go to a Mexican restaurant and I see some non-Mexicans making it, I really don't want it. I think the soul is taken out of it.
Right, yeah.
But we push for that, like.
That's a deeper thing that we're talking about here, too, because at the end of the day, the mentality goes deeper than the whole black-owned business thing. Mm-hmm. Everything we do, we have to sit back and do, like, we have to label it different. Our approaches are different, and it's all because of how we're treated in general, right?
Yes, sir.
By the system, so it's like, we feel like we have to do things a certain way to get the attention.
Yes.
And to try to, keep an audience or to keep customers coming in. And it's kind of sad that we have to go to these extreme lengths of, hey, support black owned and really try to push those things. But that's the world we live in. And have lived in for hundreds of years. And
we have to look at it like this. Every group is basically the number one employer of their group. So if we have businesses, 9 out of 10, we're going to hire people from within our community, just like other communities do.
Right.
I don't know. We be so crazy with it. We probably won't even do that. We have a business and really hire people from a whole nother side of town. That's the thing about small businesses. What built America. America was built on mom and pop businesses. Now it's mostly corporate businesses and things like that. But it was built on mom and pop businesses, and we need these small businesses coming from our community to employ our people.
Yeah, I agree with that. And here's the thing about that, though. It is coming back kind of full circle on that. If you've noticed since COVID, a lot of people lost their job and had to do something different. A lot of them started their own businesses, right? They got that food truck, or they got that passion that they wanted to really do and was forced to do it. So it's kind of going back to the old school mom and pop mentality. It's just different with social media and the access to the internet and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, like I say, man, I think people should support, especially black people, should support black-owned businesses. Number one, we have so many obstacles in front of us when we start a business. Like versus other groups, they don't have these obstacles.
No.
We got last-minute obstacles that they throw on us. We got success obstacles. Once you become successful, people from the city, whatever city you in, they gonna come down on you. You see in Texas, it's this place called the Turkey Leg Hut.
Okay.
Highly successful restaurant. Highly successful. But it's kind of like in a community other than their community. And the city of Houston is coming down on them, saying, "Oh, y'all have too many people. Oh, you should do a dress code. People are mad about the smell of the turkey." So they bringing up and the same thing they doing in Atlanta with Slutty Vegan. Slutty Vegan is highly successful.
Right.
So we have successful obstacles we got to come over. We got to come over so many obstacles.
And that's what I was talking about. We have to deal with so many different things from the outside as well as our own people.
Yeah.
So when you got that many obstacles, man, it's like, okay, let me just I'm gonna keep doing what I love, right? And I'm gonna keep pushing black owned and keep pushing on social media. I need support, and that's all we can do, bro. I mean, like I hate it,
And support is free.
Support's free, and everything we do, bro, it's got to be 10 times more than what anybody else has to do, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and like you said, that brings so much pressure on it. That's why a lot of businesses fail, like within their first 5 years.
They do.
Because we have so much pressure on us. Well, all businesses do.
They do.
For the most part, right? But we have the extra pressure.
Yeah.
Like, so it's harder for us, like you said, to rise and to become a big conglomerate. Because everybody had to start somewhere. Walmart started off as one store, a little small store. And like now look at it, like the biggest American company.
Right. But see, check this out too, man. Location plays a key too.
Oh, that's a fact.
So a lot of times we don't have access to these bigger locations. We can't afford it.
Yeah.
So while we want to get out the little boutique, remember Happy's Flea Market?
Yes.
That was the spot back in the day, right?
Yes, sir.
And you would come up out of Happy's and maybe do something bigger. Like, how do we come from a little small corner, storefront to a commercial building? Like, it's a little bit harder. Now, this is where I think we should all come together. A couple of businesses got, you got food, you got clothing, you got, like hair products, whatever the case may be. Come all together and say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's even hard within itself. Nobody wants to be
create some type of co-op.
A co-op, right? But nobody's like, well, you're not gonna outshine me.
Yeah, that's the thing we got. Like everybody want to be Michael Jordan. Don't nobody want to be Scottie Pippen. And we're gonna continue on having these problems within the black community until those issues become completely checked.
Yeah.
And it's a deeper way of thinking to why we think like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it gets deep, bro.
Yeah, and if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all know I talk about those type of deep things all the time. But, yeah, man, and like I said, the same thing we've been begging for since the 40s and 50s, jobs. We still begging for jobs.
Still begging. Yeah.
It's nobody's responsibility to give us these. We got to go out there and seize the moment and kind of take what we need and become business owned. Like during segregation, we had our own everything, movie theater, everything you could think of, we had because we couldn't get in theirs. So that could be a thing that is needed, segregation. We can still do barter and trade with other groups. But segregation possibly could be a good thing for us.
Well, you see what they did with Black Wall Street, right?
I mean, and Black Wall Street ain't the only place. This was done everywhere.
It's done everywhere.
But that was out of pure jealousy.
Yeah, of course.
Black Wall Street was out of pure jealousy. In all other cities, the Gainsborough area here, Harlem, what's the joint down there in Florida, and like every city they had these districts,
right?
Because we couldn't go to theirs, so we had our own. So we built our own industries. Then they said, hey, they doing their thing too much. We gotta stop this. We gotta either put a freeway right in between these things. They've done this in almost all major cities, and those type of districts, they'll put a freeway
right
through there. Getting what's it called, eminent domain, and then building the freeway. So, I'm just saying that's just a thought that we might have to think of.
But for me, I've always been in that mindset that we need our own banks. We need our own grocery stores. I do see. I think they got something called, is it Greenwood or something in Atlanta?
Oh yeah, black-owned bank.
Something like that. Yes, so they're trying.
Yeah.
But I've always been in that mindset of we need.
Well, like a couple of years after slavery, we built our own bank, the Freedmen's Bank, and the United States government just came and just took it with all the money. Like, this is ours. We had pennies,
right? And
we built the bank, and they just came and took that. Now we gonna use this. This is ours.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes it's kind of like You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
And with that being said, it all comes down to one word: control.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna end that on that control right there. I was seeing somewhere that about this whole Nicki Minaj versus Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on that. But what's going on with that though?
So, from what I understand, and like I say, I don't listen to neither one of them for real.
Yeah,
They made such good waves on social media. I was like,
Yeah,
let's see what's going on. So apparently, Megan Thee Stallion's song "Hiss" has a verse that talks about Megan's Law. And of course, everybody knows that Nicki Minaj's husband, was it Kenneth Petty, is a pedophile, and I think her brother is as well.
Yes.
So Nicki took it personal, obviously, and came back with her own diss track, Bigfoot, and on a 72-hour social media, like she was on there live for 3 days, something like that, binge.
Yeah.
Well, people were thinking like she must be coked out or something like that. Yeah, it was pretty wild, bro. But they, going back and forth, man, and. To the point where
they say she get her nose right though. They say.
Hey, I don't know about all that, bro. But I'm just.
Nicki going crazy.
Like she really went in on Megan, but Megan's still keeping it classy right now.
Yeah.
We'll see if she come back and come back after. But yo,
she was ranting though. Nicki was like ranting. Now I can say this: Nicki is a better rapper. To me, Nicki is a way better like lyricist. I believe Nicki. Because when she rapped with dudes, she never got killed on the verse.
No, she holds her own.
Yeah, she rapped with the biggest Jay-Z, Wayne, all of them, and they never drowned her out.
Right.
Nicki.
Right.
So I know Nicki has the ability, probably better than any other female rapper. Like lyrically, I don't know no other female rapper that's better than her. But I can't lie, that Megan song was a little bit better. It was a little bit better.
Yeah. Because she wasn't like blatantly coming out, directly. It was kind of one of those subliminal
So
things.
Nicki started it. She started the beat.
I don't think so. No. It's that one line.
Oh, the song. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's a very subtle line that caught attention.
And I seen interviews where Megan's saying she looked up to Nicki. It's impossible not to.
She's been around for a minute.
She's been around for a minute, and the top female in the game for a minute. Now, it do seem like everybody's turning their back on Nicki. I seen where Beyonce said for all of the Beehive to go and make Megan's song the #1 song in the country, and Taylor Swift also has done that also.
Well,
saying to stream that, telling everybody to stream Megan Thee Stallion song.
Now the Swifties stepped up, boy. It's a rap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Swifties combined with the Beehive.
It's a rap.
Yeah,
but the reason
that might be career suicide right there for Nicki.
But here's the reason why they're probably doing that. So apparently, like the craze fans called Barb's Minaj's fans.
They bug out.
Yeah, like they've been making like death threats to other people that's calling her out on her name and stuff like that. They went to Megan Thee Stallion's mom's grave.
What?
And was like, I think trying to either they messed that up or like
Yeah.
It was just like it was crazy.
Nah, they taking it too far right there. Nah, that's they shouldn't do that. That's unladylike. Like it within their beef, what they doing, going to her mother's grave. That's something like the kids do. Something, like them drill rappers.
Yeah.
That's stuff that they do. Nah, that ain't cool.
Now, in Bigfoot, Nicki Minaj does mention her mother's death.
Yeah,
and that is crossing the line, bro. That's So, but
I hope they work it out and go on a big tour. Sometimes these things be fake beefs.
That's what I was getting into. So right. That's what I was going to get into. I was going to transition to her tour starts up, I think, next month.
Who's?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay.
So she'll be in the Carolinas and all over the country. So is it publicity? I don't know.
It could be. They do anything like in that world, in the music industry. Unfortunately, they'll do anything for publicity.
Yeah, well, I think obviously controversy sells, right?
Yeah.
Just like sex and violence, right?
We talking about it right now, so I guess.
Yeah, we talking about it.
Yeah.
So just like Cat Williams did with his interview.
Yeah, shout out to Cat Williams.
Absolutely, he immediately announced his tour after that interview.
Yeah. Let's get money out of it. Why not?
Why not? So,
Why not?
But I think the problem is, though, I think also too, yes, her tour's coming up, Nicki Minaj's tour's coming up, but I'm also hearing that she put so much energy into this beef that she's not preparing for her tour. As far as like, practicing her songs and routines and stuff like that, dances and stuff.
Who do you got in this little rap battle? Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallion?
Bro, I mean, I'm a casual fan of both, right? I mean, I'm not saying casual, I mean very casual.
Yeah, I really can't.
So for me to sit here and pick a side, I just feel like from the optics of it, it looks like Nicki Minaj is wrong. Just on how she's like taking it over the top.
Yeah.
For me, you know what I mean? Like when you're talking about somebody's dead mother, and then you got your fans. She's not calling her for her fans to do things, but on your behalf they are. Yeah, man, it's just a little over the top. I mean,
I think I'm not trying to pick either. Yeah, I just hope they get past that or just keep it on wax. Sometimes it's cool and make good music. Just keep it on wax. Or I don't think that they'll set. They both too big superstars. It ain't gonna go nowhere. But
no, it won't go nowhere. It will help both artists because it's enough bread out here that everybody can eat. Yeah. So. I mean, they'll both eat off of this for sure. And life goes on. So I mean, I think they'll be alright, bro. But I mean, it's funny because I listened to the 21 Savage interview on Club Shay Shay, and he was talking about, back in the day, the old school beefs and stuff, and it just ain't the same no more.
Yeah, nah, they was rapping about like, I'm trying to show you I'm better than you lyrically, not like I want to kill you. Even though I don't think that their thing is gonna go that far. But I'm just saying, like, now, like, that's what they rap about. Like, when they battling, I'm going to kill you. But back in the days, it was, I could kill you lyrically on this microphone.
Right. Yeah, it was a friendly deal, man. Yeah. I mean, but, yeah, in this case, bro, I mean, I think it just got, everything got taken out of context. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if Nicki Minaj is bitter because she's limited, her lifestyle has changed because of her husband and her brother. You know what I mean? So
it kind of seemed like Nicki, from the outside looking in, she might got that green eye. Yeah. She might be jealous. Like, you know what I mean? She might be. I don't know.
That's the thing. She made her own bed, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you chose to lay in that bed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you green eye for what?
I don't know, man. That one right there, this segment is for the people. That's what y'all want to hear about Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, man. But y'all know where y'all heard it first, man. New Wabu Order Podcast. Let's grow.